Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram 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 Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Ram, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopijana Vallabha Girivaradhari Jaya Radha Kunja Bihari Gopijana Vallabha Girivaradhari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopijana Vallabha Girivaradhari Yashodanandana Vrajanandana Yamunatiravanachari Yashodanandana Vrajanandana Yamunatiravanachari Yashodanandana Vrajanandana Yamunatiravanachari Yashodanandana Vrajanandana Yamunatiravanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopijana Vallabha Girivaradhari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopijana Vallabha Girivaradhari Yashodanandana Vrajanandana Yamunatiravanachari Yashodanandana Vrajanandana Yamunatiravanachari Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 कोटि वल्लभ की जय। श्री जगन्नाथ बलदेव सुभद्रा माई की जय। जय श्री निताय गौरांग भगवान की जय। ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपा कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम्। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरुं वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातां सहगना रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनासहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपदां सहगना ललिता श्री विशाखान्वितांश्च। हे कृष्णा करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगत्पते गोपेशा गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमोस्तुते। तप्त कांचना गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौरभक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय।
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 नारायणं नमस्कृत्य
नारायणं नमस्कृत्य
नरं चैव नरोत्तमं
नरं चैव नरोत्तमं
देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं
देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं
ततो जयमुदीरये।
ततो जयमुदीरये।
नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु
नष्टप्रायेषु भद्रेषु
नित्यं भागवत सेवया
नित्यं भागवत सेवया
भगवती उत्तमश्लोके
भगवती उत्तमश्लोके
भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी।
भक्तिर्भवति नैष्ठिकी।
कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय
कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय
देवकीनन्दनाय च
देवकीनन्दनाय च
नन्दगोपकुमाराय
नन्दगोपकुमाराय
गोविन्दाय नमो नमः।
गोविन्दाय नमो नमः।
नमः पङ्कजनाभाय
नमः पङ्कजनाभाय
नमः पङ्कजमालिने
नमः पङ्कजमालिने
नमः पङ्कजनेत्राय
नमः पङ्कजनेत्राय
नमस्ते पङ्कजाङ्ग्रे
नमस्ते पङ्कजाङ्ग्रे
नमो महावदन्याय
नमो महावदन्याय
कृष्णप्रेमप्रदायते
कृष्णप्रेमप्रदायते
कृष्णाय कृष्णचैतन्य
कृष्णाय कृष्णचैतन्य
नामिने गौरत्विषे नमः।
नामिने गौरत्विषे नमः।
नमो ब्राह्मण्याय देवाय
नमो ब्राह्मण्याय देवाय
गौ ब्राह्मणहिताय च
गौ ब्राह्मणहिताय च
जगद्दिताय कृष्णाय
जगद्दिताय कृष्णाय
गोविन्दाय नमो नमः।
गोविन्दाय नमो नमः।
नमः ओं विष्णुपदाय
नमः ओं विष्णुपदाय
कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले
कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले
श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त
श्रीमते Srimate Bhaktivedanta
Swami Niti Namine
Swami Niti Namine
Namaste Saraswati Deve
Namaste Saraswati Deve
Gauravani Pracharine
Gauravani Pracharine
Nirvishesha Shunyavadi
Nirvishesha Sunyavadi
Pastyatya Deshatarine
Paschatya Deshatarine
Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya
Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya
Prabhu Nityananda
Prabhu Nityananda
Shri Advaita Gadadhara
Shri Advaita Gadadhara
Shrivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda
Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Hare Rama Hare Rama
Hare Rama Hare Rama
Rama Rama Hare Hare
Rama Rama Hare Hare
Kum karoti vachalam pangum langayate girim yat kripa tamaham bande Shri Guru Dinatarinam Shri Paramananda Madhavam Shri Chaitanya Ishwaram Om apavitro pavitro va sarvavastam gatopi va yat smaret pundarikaksha sabhyabhyantaram suche Shri Vishnu Shri Vishnu Shri Vishnu. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. I almost feel it's been a long gap. Do you also feel like that? आपके लिए तो बहुत बड़ा gap. It feels like that because actually when we are in satsang, we are making God happy. Krishna is very happy when we are in satsang. And when Krishna is happy, you can feel that in your heart. You'll feel very satisfied, you'll feel very blissful. There'll be effulgence in your face without your knowledge because Krishna is happy. When Krishna is happy, he makes you happy. And sometimes when we are not, then Krishna is not happy. When Krishna is not happy, you feel that absence because he feels the absence. Paramatma within us, if he is not happy, that he is not able to talk to you, he is not able to make you meet his devotees, you will feel that absence. That's very natural. It's very natural. And that's where regular satsangs is very important. To make Krishna happy. Samsiddhir Haritoshana. Samsiddhir Haritoshana means we do everything for pleasing Krishna. Right? That's the whole point. The goal is to make Krishna happy. And you know how long Krishna waits for all of us? 1 week he waits. But this is the only time he speaks to you, isn't it? Remaining all the time you are speaking. For 2 hours in a week, he wants to speak. That he wants to tell, भैया आपके लिए अच्छा है, आपके लिए बुरा है, इतनी मंचिदी, इतनी चढ़ू, this is not good for you. When will he talk? Otherwise, you tell me. Right? We never give him a chance, right? You don't have that chance. Yeah. One other time you can speak to him is when you're chanting. A private time. Right? A private time when you are calling his names and he's very much with you. Nama Chintamani Krishna. Chaitanya Rasavigraha. He is with you. He is in the Nama. He is with you. And he doesn't want any disturbance. He wants to spend that time with you. And you're calling his name. And while you're calling his name, what are you thinking while you're calling his name? That Krishna, I love you. I want to be with you. Right? I want to come back to you. Please hear me. See, when you go to some parks, right? Some public parks, Sanjeevaya Park, Indira Park. I don't know here, what is the nearest park? Shilparaman Park. Shilparaman may not be a perfect thing for what I'm saying, but in the parks you see some couples sitting on benches. Huh? You see that, right? They hide from their houses Girl doesn't tell her parents, boy doesn't tell his parents, they don't tell their friends also. Suddenly they'll disappear and appear in the park. Sometimes before the bushes, sometimes behind the bushes. I'm not recommending that. I'm just telling this allegoric example. Just imagine boy and girl are sitting in that park. Their time is very precious. They have to report back in their homes, telling they're in the college. And during that precious time, one fellow comes to sell groundnuts. Right? Anna, Anna. Groundnuts, Anna. Anna, Anna. Right? Falli, Anna. Anna, Anna. This Anna. What is the reaction of that boy? What I can say? Get lost out of here, isn't it? Yeah, but this precious time, and you're coming and disturbing, isn't it? Is that a natural reaction? Or have you seen somebody, oh, you came for groundnuts, sit down, I'll talk to you. Isn't that anywhere? No, get lost out of here. Why? Because I am with my beloved. I am with this girl whom I love. Or whatever his intentions are. Right? Or vice versa, I am with this boy. Right? My time is very precious. Acharya explained when we chant, that is how much priority we should give to Krishna. You and Krishna are in a park. Right? आप और भगवान park में बैठे हैं, bench में बैठे हैं. Right? And your relative comes and says, Pali Alna, should I give you milk? Or can I talk something? What your reaction should be? Not like it was. No, I'm not telling that. But you should tell, no, I am with Krishna. I am with Krishna. Right? Because Krishna is here. I'm calling his name. I'm calling his name only, na? I'm not calling some Hare Arnold Schwarzenegger or Hare something. I'm calling Krishna. Right? Hare Krishna. And when you call Hare Krishna, who is going to come? Krishna will come. Right? Krishna will come. So when you're calling Krishna and you're not listening to or not even thinking about him, it's like somebody calling you to his house and not even looking at you. How will you feel? Right? It's an insult, isn't it? Huh? You'll call somebody, Prabhuji, ab jara ghar aaiye Prabhuji, hamare ghar zarur aaiye Prabhuji, theek hai. Then I come to your house and then I'm standing at the door because you only called. You only gave the address where to come. I come to the house, to the door, and then you are like looking around, seeing your mobile, and I'm like, भैया मैं door पे खड़ा हूँ. हाँ ठीक है, बताऊँगा कब अंदर आना है. You think your guest will come back again? But the beauty of Krishna is he comes again and again and again. He doesn't get tired by our behavior. He comes again and again and again. Because he wants us, he wants to reclaim us. We are all his children. Whether we love him or not, whether we are focused enough to go to him or not, he still wants to come. He will be there. When every time you chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. He's there. He's very much here. Nam Namakara Bahula Nija Sarva Shakti Tatratipa Niyamita Smranena Kala. Saying, I'm there in my name. I'm with you. Call my name. Call my name. बोलते हैं ना डायलॉग होता है ना नाम ले मैं आ जाता हूँ. It's a movie dialogue. Krishna also does the same thing. Just call my name. I'm with you. Right now, you can't see me because you're conditioned. Right? Cheto darpana marjanam bhavamat bhavagni nirvapana. Darpan, it's filled with dust. The dust has to be cleansed. So who is going to cleanse the dust? We cannot. He only has to cleanse. So every time we chant his name, he'll come and clean the dust. He'll remove the anarthas. He'll remove all other attractions we have in this world. And then he'll become, you can see him as the most attractive. Right now we are not seeing Krishna, not because he's not there. He's everywhere. In his Brahman form, he's everywhere. In his Paramatma form, he's within us. In the Archa Vigraha form, he's in the temple. And the Swayam Krishna, Swayam Bhagavan Krishna, Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam, he's very much there. But I'm not able to see him because I'm loving somebody else. And Krishna is a very jealous lover. You know what is a jealous lover? He doesn't want you to love anybody else. Right? Jealous husband. घर पे रहो, बाहर मत निकलो. Right? I don't want you to love anybody else. Krishna is like that. Exclusive. He wants us to love him. Simple. And why is it like that? Do you want your lover to love somebody else than you? कोई है यहाँ पे? Huh? Then why do you complain? Why Krishna has that feeling? Krishna also has that feeling. Huh? Your wife comes and tells, I love you, darling. And then you open the drawer and one other fellow's photo comes. Hey, who is this fellow? No, वो कॉलेज में बॉयफ्रेंड था. अभी तुम मेरे पति हो. Will you allow that picture to be there? That fellow is not there. Huh? He is somewhere in Australia or America. He'll never come there. But will you be comfortable to see that picture in his drawer, in your drawer? And your wife also clarified, वो अभी गया हो, उसका संबंध नहीं है. Will that relieve you? हाँ? कौन? कोई तो एक तो रहना चाहिए ना? नहीं ना? You don't want that. I want to love and I want to be loved. Exclusively. That's there in all of us. Where do you think it came from? Krishna. Whatever we have, it is coming from Krishna. Right? So Krishna is a very, very, very jealous lover. If you want to put the word jealous in the right context. Right? Ekaha Kurunandana, it says. Me only. Mam, Ekam, Sharanam, Braja. Me only. Why? Why me only? Because he knows he is the only one who can pull us out of this universe. He is the only one. Nobody else can pull us out of this universe. We can be helped in this universe. Lord Shiva can help us in this universe. Mother Durga can help us in this universe. To become a devotee. To clear our karma. To have a peaceful life. Devatas can help us. Varuna, Agni, Ganeshji, Hanumanji. All of them can help us. But to take out of here, then they will tell you go to Krishna. You go to Krishna. Very simple. Right? To be in the universe, they're all devatas are there. Does it mean I want to go out of the universe, I should not pray to the devatas? No, you can pray, but don't ask for this because they can't give. Mukti can only be given by Krishna. Narayan. Only he can give. Nobody else can give that. I'm sorry. Right? Many people tried to ask, right? Can you remember one person who asked for a comprehensive insurance policy? We also have taken comprehensive insurance policies. Hiranyakashipu. He wanted comprehensive insurance policy and he wanted to enjoy here only without dying. What did Brahma tell? Bhaya nahi hoga. Doesn't work like that. I'm sorry. Right? Now Brahma is telling that. No, Brahma is not even me or somebody. He is the person who was born out of the navel of Garbhodaksha Vishnu. He doesn't have a mother or father. Everything is Narayan. He is telling that, Bhai, I cannot promise you that because I also don't have it. Understand? I also don't have it. When I don't have it, how can I give you? Ravan tried that with Lord Shiva. He went to Lord Shiva. I don't want to die. Nobody should be able to kill me. He also went for a full insurance policy. But he was a little arrogant. He said, no animal, no Rakshas, no Devata can kill me. He forgot to ask human. Because he felt, human log kya karega? They have L3, L4 problems already. They have digestion problems already. Kya karega human beings? Then what did Lord Ram do? Maryada Purusha Uttam. He came as a human. Insurance policy covered nahi tha na? No Devata can kill. Right? Even Yamaraj could not kill Ravan. Can you imagine? Yamaraj, he went to throw that Yamadanda. Like that he went to throw. You Ravan, I'm going to kill you with Yamadanda. Immediately Brahma can izzat nikal jayega. Mat phe. Don't throw it. Tera pura izzat kachra ho jayega. For the first time in the history, Yamadanda is not working. Do you want that tag? Don't throw. Because he will not die with Yamadanda also. He has a boon that nobody can kill him. Only a human can kill him. Because he didn't ask for that in the policy. Hiranyakashipu was even more advanced. He asked Even human also. Rakshasas learn from each other across universe. Right? So he covered. Human also should not kill me. Pichle. The Yuga cycles keep repeating. Right? So maybe he got some old track record history that my elder brother, elder Rakshas brother, he did not ask for humans. I'll ask for humans. This also should be covered. Then he went even more. If you see, we can't write the policy that he wrote. You should read, Bhagavatam for that. Amazing policy he wrote. Not inside, not outside. Just imagine how scared you should be to write such a policy. Not in the day, not in the night. Not by any weapon, not by any weapon created by anybody. Not by any living entity created by Brahma. कितना डर होना चाहिए ना to put that kind of policy forward. Not by any living entity created by Brahma. मतलब 8.4 million species. No. Mukkoti devatas. No. Right? Not in the day, not in the night. और क्या है बोलता? Daytime, daylight saving, night, whatever. Right? That's all you have. And by the way, not in any month of the year. January no, February no, March no, April no, May no, June no. Adhik, Now Adhik Mas is starting now. In another few days it is going to start. One of the most special month which comes once in 4 years. Once in 4 years. Who created Adhik Mas? Krishna. మొత్తం 12 నెలలని ఆక్యుపై చేస్తావారను ఐ విల్ క్రియేట్ 13వ నెల स्लैंग में अच्छा लगता है ना अच्छा बेटा पूरा 12 महीना उठा लिया मैं 13वां महीना बनाऊंगा और वो 13th मंथ कैसे बनाऊंगा आई हाउ विल आई क्रिएट आई विल टेक लिटिल फ्रॉम ईच डे ईच मंथ फॉर 4 years and you will not even know. Will you know if Krishna removes 5 minutes out of every 6 hours? Will you know? You will not even know. Removed. Tak, removed. After 4 years, suddenly a new month came. Hiranyakashipu, ye month kidhar se aaya? This mass, where did it come from? Adhika Mas. That's why all our calendar change. Because of the insurance policy of Hiranyakashipu, Deepavali doesn't repeat on the same day. Every year it keeps moving. Why? Because Adhika Mas is being created. None of all the stars, just imagine what Krishna can do. He can change all the stars. He can change everything, whatever he wants. For whom? For one devotee. He's doing this for whom? For one devotee, not for the whole world. See how much he values one person. Krishna is valuing one person. And by the way, this person is doing a lot of things for Krishna. He's a 5-year-old boy. Chota bachcha ho. And for him, he created a whole Adhik Mas. Right? Hiranyakashipu is wondering, hey, what is this? My entire insurance policy. Right? And what form did he take? Not human, not an animal. Brahma doesn't create that. Brahma doesn't know this new species. Brahma is shocked. I never created. Who is this? Right? Who appeared? You should not kill with your weapons. What did he kill with? Nails. Right? You should not kill me inside or outside. Where did he kill me? Doorstep. Doorstep, you stand in am I inside or am I outside? I'm neither. You can't tell, right? If somebody, are you in the house? No. Are you outside the house? No. Right? I should not be killed in the sky. I should not be killed on the earth. On the lap. Chal beta, baith jaya. Just see the beauty and the love of Krishna in this Leela. Once American asked, when sannyasi was explaining what Hiranyakashipu, there was a whole picture of like this, and taking the intestines. He's putting the intestines there and blood is all over his hands. Right? This is a picture. This is a picture of Hiranyakashipu being killed by Lord Nrsingadev. And this sannyasi is giving a lecture to foreign audience. Foreigners are sitting. And this foreigner is asking, does God do all these things? This is how he treats people? This is the God you worship? All blood everywhere? What kind of a gory person are you, worshipping? What kind of a gory person is he? It's like that, what is that? We have this Western movies, right? Texas Chainsaw or something, One fellow with a big thing will be running around cutting people to pieces, and it's a big horror series. He's like that person, killing people with and blood everywhere. What kind of God is this? God means pure. Right? He's the purest. He comes and he saves his devotee. He saves Prahlad. Isn't it? Nothing can make him impure. Huh? And Hiranyakashipu, in his lap, while he's being killed, looks at Krishna, Nrsingadev, and he tells, thank you. And Hiranyakashipu it's a pastime between, again, Jai Vijay and Narayan. Immediately looks at him. And he's literally ripping him apart. And Hiranyakashipu is looking at him, thank you. Why thank you? He says, you have given me the opportunity which you have not given to Lakshmi Devi also. I am more fortunate than Lakshmi Devi. Now Hiranyakashipu's real side is coming out. Right? And what did Hiranyakashipu get which Lakshmi Devi did not get? Can anybody tell? Lakshmi Devi touches his feet. In Vaikuntha, Lakshmi Devi is with Narayan, massaging his feet. Hiranyakashipu, during the fight with Nrsingadev, touched the entire body of Nrsingadev. Isn't it? He was beating him, jumping on him, he was holding him, like all that. Right? How could he do that? Because God allowed him. Krishna allowed him to touch. And he's saying, I am more fortunate than Lakshmi Devi, that I could touch entire body of yours. Thank you very much. Yeah? This is the reciprocation of even a demon who is so envious of Krishna when he finally takes darshan of Krishna. Even before dying, Ravan acknowledged Ram. Ram sent Lakshman, go and take lessons from this dying person. He's a great Brahman. See, that's the greatness of God. He wants to learn something and send a message to everybody, even through a demon who kidnapped his wife. Right? It's not an easy thing. How many of your wives are kidnapped? I don't think so. You don't know the feeling when it happens. It is very painful. In that thing also, he's killing him, and then he's sending his brother Lakshman, go and take lessons. Before, Lakshman is like, Bhaiya, he is Ravan. He cannot be asked for lessons. What did he do? He kidnapped? No. He is a great Brahman also. Yes, he did wrong. But go and ask. Go and stand beside a dying man can give some great lessons which nobody else will give. Just like Bhishma. Yes, Prabhu. He created an index of Vedas. Lust is so powerful. Lust is the enemy that I want to enjoy, keeping God aside. Okay? I want to enjoy everything, keeping God aside is lust. If you would have loved Lakshmi and Narayan, no problem would have happened. He only wanted Sita. That is the problem. We also want Prakriti. We don't want the source of Prakriti. Prakriti, this material world I want to enjoy. Weather I want to enjoy. It's nice breeze, right? Isn't it? Nice house, nice breeze, nice body. All this is what Prakriti. I want this without God. Means you are Ravan. As simple as that. So when Lakshman went and asked Ravan, that Ravan, by the way, my brother has sent me, tell me some lessons that you want to tell. He told 3 lessons. He told, appreciated and told. I'm not able to remember all the 3. But one of them he said, there is nobody else like your brother. He is Maryada Purusha Uttam. See what he's doing. When I'm dying, I did everything wrong for him. Still he's sending you to respect me. Who can be more respectful than your brother? That is the epitome of being a greatest person. Like that it was. Next satsang I'll tell the remaining 2. If anybody knows, can tell me. But there are 3 points he says. Something about a dying man, he says. Before dying, what one should do, he tells that. Ravan also. It happens that during the conversation, during the wartime, when Vibhishan is given, when Vibhishan comes and Ram coronates Vibhishan even before Lanka is gone, saying that, Lanka is yours. Vibhishan is already made the king of Lanka even before Lanka comes to him, right? Because he has taken shelter. And I don't know who asked this question to Ram, but Ram, how can you give this to Vibhishan? Yeah, Vibhishan, he has come to take shelter of me. So tomorrow, just for argument's sake, he said, tomorrow if Ravan comes and takes shelter of you, what will you do? Will you forgive him also? After doing all this, will you forgive? He said, of course. Of course I'll forgive him. So what will you give him? His kingdom already gave to Vibhishan. What will you give Ravan? He says, I'll give Ayodhya. Huh? You'll give Ayodhya? So what about Bharat? You gave Ayodhya to Bharat, right? Bharat is sitting outside. What about Bharat? Say, I'll give him my Vaikuntha planet. My house, I'll give. Where will you stay then? If you have given Vibhishan Lanka, if you have given Ravan Ayodhya, and you have given your planet to Bharat, where will you stay? I'll be a doorkeeper in Bharat's house. I'll be a doorkeeper in Bharat's house. Right? This can't be enacted and told by anybody else, Prabhu Jannath. This is only told by Lord Ram. Because it's Maryada Purushottam Ram. God is not proud of his house, of his kingdom. He has got no attachment to anything. Even Vaikuntha planet is not attached to. What is God attached to? Us, devotees. Right? He is attached to all of us. When we chant his name, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, is attached to us. When we pull that Rath, Jagannath, he comes and sits there. Right? The same Jagannath who is there in Jagannath Puri also appeared here. And he wanted all of us to pull the Rath. Right? And dance in front of him. And be happy with his presence. Because he also does that. When he sees his devotee, he dances. Right? So that is Krishna. And when we are coming to these satsangs, when we are learning about him, we are pleasing him the most. The greatest pleasure you can give to Krishna is by attending classes of Bhagavad Gita. You can take 20,000 coconuts and break on your head. That will not please Krishna. You can burn an entire warehouse of agarbattis. That will not please Krishna. You can give 1 crore donation. That will not please Krishna. Understood? It will not please Krishna. What will please Krishna? When you spend time with him. Time for him, time with him. That's all he's asking. And who is time? He is only time. Aham kalosmi. He is asking us to spend him, to spend with him. Isn't it? Everything he is only giving. Knowledge he is giving. Makta, smriti, jnanam, apornamcha. Remembrance, forgetfulness, and knowledge. All 3 he is only giving. He is only saying, have an intention. At least have an intention. Have a desire to get him. Once one devotee wanted to ask a question to Srila Prabhupada. And he went and asked in the temple, I want to meet Prabhupada, I have one question. So one of the devotees said, Oh, it's very difficult to ask Prabhupada personal question like this. You do a thing, I will take you on morning walk. There you ask this question. Because Prabhupada morning walk, only some people will be there. Morning walk is for exclusively Prabhupada, surrendered immediate servants. So Prabhupada is going on morning walk and there will be some. By the way, Prabhupada went to morning walk in Hyderabad also. In the public gardens. That very public gardens that we see. Prabhupada went for morning walks there when he was living in Radha Madan Mohan temple. Right? So there were devotees who were with him in the morning walk, and this devotee who brought this other new person, nobody should be allowed new people, but he allowed. Without Prabhupada's knowledge, he allowed this person to come. So you ask your question. And that person is like, no, I brought you. You should ask your question. I brought you to this morning walk. You will not get this opportunity again. Ask. Prabhupada is walking. Ask. No, I'm scared. Don't ask. No, you ask. Prabhupada is there. You ask. No, you don't. No. Morning walk got over. Prabhupada's car came. And Prabhupada opened the door. His devotee is like, ask. No. Prabhupada kept one leg inside. You know the situation, right? One leg inside. Means you're almost sitting. At that time, this devotee said, Prabhupada! Shouted. And Prabhupada, holding one door, holding the seat, one leg inside, one leg outside. Yes, what do you want to ask? And that person went and asked one single question. What is that one thing I need to have to go to Krishna? What is that one thing I need to do to go to Krishna? Prabhupada told one word answer, only one word. And he sat inside, closed the door, and the car went away. What is that word? Many answers are there, but Prabhupada chose that answer for the devotee. He said, desire. That's all he said. Desire. And he closed the door and he sat inside. So what we have to do to go to God? Desire. At least desire sincerely that I want to go to you. If you don't have the desire, you can't go, right? If you have a desire, then you'll get a chanting mala. Somebody sent me a message for chanting. You want? Yeah. So, desire. You need to have a desire to chant. You need to have a desire to go to Krishna. Then automatically you'll come to satsang also. You'll attend classes also. You'll learn Bhagavad Gita also. Everything happens, but what is the most important thing you should have? Desire, Baba. If you don't have desire, then where will you progress? You will not progress. You will sit here, you will listen, you will not listen, you will stay, you will not stay. कुछ तो वर्कआउट नहीं हो रहा है. प्रभु, how was the सत्संग? गरम था. मैं सत्संग की बात कर रहा हूँ. वो अच्छा सत्संग. अच्छा प्रभु जी, वो जो पहले करते आप प्रचार से पहले. At least have a desire. Of course, that is prasad. That is also sacred food, which is not different from Krishna. It works. It definitely works. But we should have a desire to learn about Krishna. And Krishna speaks to us very practically. He doesn't speak impractically. Third chapter, he told what is duty. What is duty in this world? He told. And how to perform the duty without attachment. He told that. And to control our senses is very important. Otherwise, we can't do the duty. Fourth chapter, he gives a motive for the duty, saying, do it for me. Because who am I? I am God. I am God. He declared in fourth chapter, transcendental knowledge. Right? Now in third chapter, he declared what is duty. Fourth chapter, he declared who the duty should be performed. Right? What is duty? Who it has to be performed for. Fifth chapter is how to perform. Action in Krishna consciousness. Right? Sorry, I gave a little long preface, but just to set a context, there was a long gap, right, between all of us. So I'll quickly read just the translations of our fifth chapter so you all come up to speed. Right? So here, fifth chapter, you just listen, I'll just read it quickly. Arjuna is asking, "O Krishna, first of all, you asked me to renounce work And then again you recommend work with devotion. Now will you kindly tell me definitely which of the two is more beneficial? Should I do work or should I only become knowledgeable? Right? Which is a better path? The personality of God had replied, second verse, the renunciation of work and work in devotion are both good for liberation. But of the two, work in devotional service is better than renunciation of work. It's a better work for me. That is better than just taking knowledge. But knowledge is also important. And then he says, use the paper again. Yeah. Then Lord Krishna says, one who neither hates nor desires the fruits of his activities is known to be always renounced. Such a person, free from all dualities, easily overcomes material bondage and is completely liberated. Oh mighty armed Arjuna. He's saying, when you're doing that work, don't have desires of failure, success. Just do it. Because such a person is relieved from all the entanglements. Fourth, only the ignorant speak of devotional service as being different from the analytical study of the material world. Answering, Arjuna, your question itself says, should I become a meditative or should I do the work? Why are you thinking there is a difference? Actually, there is no difference. In both the ways you can come to me. He's again reassuring. Right? Knowledge verse also. Are you able to follow? It's a very simple conversation. Of course, great conversation. Fifth, one who knows that the position reached by means of analytical study can also be attained by devotional service, and who therefore sees analytical study and devotional service to be on the same level, sees things as they are. Analytical study of what? Of this universe. I want to know how the sun is coming, why the sun is coming, how come sun is coming, how come sun is hot. Keep analyzing. At one point you'll understand sun is serving somebody. That's what you'll understand. Einstein told, in religion, God comes in the beginning. In science, God comes at the end. Make sense? When you deeply study anything of this world, finally you have to reach to the conclusion, there is God. Because there is no answer after that. When science went till God particle, what did they find? They could not find anything. They spent billions of dollars understanding what is the God particle. Going deeper and deeper, they developed a microscope that can even go into the minutest of the thing, and finally they found that they can't understand what they are seeing. Right? Everything is functioning. God particle. Text 6. Merely renouncing all activities, not engaging in devotional service of the Lord cannot make one happy. But a thoughtful person engaged in devotional service can achieve the supreme without delay. So just people leaving things saying, I've left this, I've left that for God, मेरे को बीवी नहीं चाहिए, बच्चा नहीं चाहिए, मेरे को घर नहीं चाहिए. Will that lead to devotion? Does devotion have anything to do with it? No. Devotion means to act to please your beloved. है कि नहीं? Arjuna has to act to please Krishna. He cannot tell, Hare Krishna, now I don't want to do this. Hare Krishna put all his resources, pura training diya तेरे को. You are a billable resource on that battlefield, and you are telling I'll sit in bench. कैसे होगा? Right? Does Krishna have a backup plan? So Arjuna will do like that. Maybe I'll ask Bhim to come. No, Krishna is all set. This person is supposed to fight now, and is the most important warrior. He gave all the skills, all the intelligence, all the Divyastras. Krishna sent whom for the Divyastras? Arjun. He got everything. पूरा stock ले लिया, घर पे लगाया, बोलता मैं fight नहीं करूँगा. अरे, you are supposed to fight. And now what is he asking question? Can I do meditation instead of fighting? Are you here to please me or no? If you are here to please me, fight. So that is what I made you for. That is what you are here for. You are a Kshatriya. You are administrator. You are a king. Fight. And by the way, who are you to forgive? I should forgive. Dharmam tu sakshat bhagavad pranitam. I have created dharma. If somebody breaks dharma, I should forgive, not you. You should follow dharma. If somebody has abused a woman, insulted a woman, disrobed a woman in front of such a great assembly, who are you to forgive? Who are you to forgive? I should forgive, and I'm not forgiving. What gives you the right to forgive? You are here to do the war, do the war. Are you understanding the context? Who sets dharma is the one who implements dharma also. Who are you to decide that I will not follow? Like, what is it they're creating now? Uniform civil code. Right? Whatever. Is it in line with Bhagavad Gita? Is it in line with the dharma of God? Is more important. Not what you create according to your advantage you will create. समझ में आ रहा है सभी लोगों को? हमारे एडवांटेज के लिए जो धर्म हम बनाएंगे वो यहाँ काम करेगा, वहां काम नहीं करेगा. Your karma, the way the whole universe functions, action, reaction is not based on the code that you will create. It's based on the code that God has already given. If I create a law saying as per this law, oh Krishna, yeah. Say if I create a law and I say as per this law, I don't need to take care of my parents. Tell me, I'm creating some law, right? And I'm saying I don't need to take care of my parents. It's a law of the land. How many of you agree with that kind of law? Some people might agree also that, I don't want to take care of my parents. But do you think that law has any meaning? No. Why? Because God has taken care of his parents. He's showing as an example. Whenever he appeared, he took care of his parents. And he's showing through great examples that taking care of parents is dharma. Taking care of elderly is dharma. Taking care of helpless is dharma. He's already set the bar there. You cannot create a law saying that, I don't think so. Isn't it? Are you following what I'm saying? So we can do a lot of things sitting here. But it should be in line with. If it is in line with dharma, it will benefit everybody. What is the difference between Vedas and a philosophical book? Difference between Vedas and a philosophical book written by somebody. What is the difference? We cannot write Vedas. Any Falana Dimka, some person who knows English or Sanskrit cannot write Vedas. Why you cannot write Vedas? Why anybody here cannot write Vedas? I cannot write Vedas. I cannot. I can write an commentary on that, saying explanation of that, but I cannot write Vedas. Vedas are written by Vedavyas. Told by whom? Krishna. Very clearly. Why you and me cannot write Vedas? Anybody? Number 1 point. It should be applicable to all. Veda means not like, अच्छा माता जी को नहीं, प्रभु जी को नहीं, एनिमल्स को नहीं, ह्यूमंस को नहीं, देवताओं को नहीं, मानवों को नहीं. Applicable to all. You should. Vedas means applicable to all. Number 1. Number 2. It is for everyone's benefit. Show me one verse of Bhagavad Gita which is not beneficial for you. Open any Purana, any Upapurana, any Samhita, any Upanishad. I challenge you. Bring it in front of me and say this is not for my benefit. That's why Veda is compared to mother. If your mother wakes you up in the morning, brings you a glass of juice which looks green in color, and she says, drink it. How many of you will have a doubt that that is poison? Lift your hand. I'm telling mother. Can mother give poison to her children? You cannot even imagine. You cannot even fathom. You cannot even think of it, right? If you go to your mother's house, she gives, you'll only think she's made something for me which is good for my health. You might say, Amma, I don't want to have. You might tell that. But she knows that is good for you. Exactly like a mother gives only things that is good for her child, Vedas will only speak that is good for you. But your own created laws may or may not be good for everybody. That is the reason you can't write Vedas. One Devdutt Patnaik can write one book. One other person can write his own book. He can write his own Ramayana. Somebody else can write his own, what is that movie? Adipurush. Right? You can create any nonsense you want. You can create. That's up to you. That's not Vedas. Understand that one thing. Why? Because that's not for everyone's benefit. How many here are a well-wisher of everybody? Lift your hand. Everybody, you are a well-wisher. है कोई यहाँ पे? Huh? If you tell, you will be tested. Right after this door, you will be tested. You are a well-wisher of everybody, every living entity. Can you? You cannot say that. If we are such well-wisher, we will not be here in Gachibowli. Okay? Yeah, but he is a well-wisher of everyone. That's why he writes Vedas. Vedescha sarver aham eva ved. Vedanta kret vedavit eva chaham. He's telling in 15th chapter, 15th sloka. I am the compiler of the Vedas. From Vedas I am to be known. Right? That's Vedic knowledge. So you and me cannot write Vedas. Don't be in that. And if somebody says, I am talking Vedas, he is talking nonsense. Immediately she does. Where is the Vedas? What are you referring to? Book dikao. Book dikao. Kidhar se? Kaun sa verse number? Chapter number? No. Can't you see this much dadi? This is all Vedas. This is not Vedas. This is disease. Just because you have a dadi, you have Sanskrit, you know good English, you are a good orator, doesn't make you any guru. Guru means the one who repeats what is already there in Shastra. Understood? I can't sit here and talk some nonsense. After 5 days, it's Lina, through book to kholo na. Bakwas sabse bol rahe ho. Right? I will not come next week because if you speak like that without Bhagavad Gita, what is the point? Can I speak better than Krishna? Anybody here who can speak better than Krishna? Anyone? Mataji's brothers? Anybody who can answer the questions better than Krishna? No. So here to Krishna. Learn from Krishna. Right? So merely renouncing all activities not engaged in the devotional service of the Lord cannot make one happy. But a thoughtful person engaged in devotional service can achieve the supreme without delay. Be in devotional service, you will achieve it. 7. One who works in devotion, who is a pure soul and who controls his mind and senses is dear to everyone and everyone is dear to him. Though always working, such a man is never entangled. If you are working for Krishna, done. Okay, what does working for Krishna mean? You'll have to resign tomorrow morning? Huh? You'll have to leave your house? Ghar chhod ke ja rahe? Right? No. Working for Krishna means keeping him in the center of everything. Don't be greedy to enjoy without him. Krishna is not saying don't stay in a big house. He's saying mere liye bhi thoda jagah de. Don't put me in that, what is that? These days in India, Puja Gadi means what? One rack closed, one small, usko kya bolte ho? Cupboard or some corner. You stay there, I will stay everywhere. You stay there. You stay there. वहीं पर है. इससे बाहर मत निकल. बंद करते. Close the door also. No. Krishna wants to see you all the time. God wants to see you all the time. Right? So where you should be in the house? A place where you can see you all the time. Center of the house. Don't go and put a naksha now and make something. That's not the point. The place where he can see you most, or you can see him most. Right? What is more important? You seeing him or he seeing you? He seeing you. कहाँ भाग रहा है देखना चाहिए. है कि नहीं? So that is what Krishna wants. You buy a land, construct something in that land where you utilize that in his service. You buy a house, use that house in a way you can utilize in his service. You have a job. What can you do in the job? How can you use that job in his service? बहुत बार डिस्कस करेंगे. Huh? Yeah, how do you do that? How do you? Huh? Yeah, but that is how. I'm asking how. You're saying, probably you're telling the right thing, or I'm saying practically how. How can you do the job for Krishna? Yeah, you know technology, make an app. I already gave requirements for that app. What is that app? Many times I gave requirements. If you, as soon as 8 o'clock happens, it should vibrate in such a way that it will run and come here. As soon as you come here, the vibration will stop. Can somebody make that app? I have that requirement. 8 o'clock, it should vibrate in such a way, it should destroy anything around. That is called doing job for Krishna. Huh? How else? I'll utilize my salary for Krishna. I'll support the temples. I'll support what pleases Krishna. What pleases Krishna? Gau Seva. Namo Brahmanyaya Devaya, Gau Brahmana Hitacha. I'll support protection of cows. I'll distribute Bhagavad Gitas. I'll distribute chanting malas. I'll do something for you. I'll make a rath for you. I'll pull the rath for you. Right? All these things you can do in your job. In your job, what else? If you are a good trainer, train people about Bhagavad Gita in your office. I do that. Openly I do that. जिसको जो बोलना बोलो. I'll tell a verse of Bhagavad Gita. You know, when I release salaries in every month, sometimes when I release one day in advance, or at the end of some quarter, when the quarterly results are published, I head the finance, so I can do that. I send with a verse of Bhagavad Gita, I say that. Here is your salary, don't be attached to that, Krishna is telling. Here is a verse number. Right? There are Muslims also in my office, there are Christians also in my office. Nobody has any objection, but a stupid secular Hindu has an objection. That fellow, why did you send like that? You want to understand? Sit down. No, I don't want to. Get lost. Simple. I can use my job also in service of Krishna. And I'm not hesitant to tell that. I'm not shameful for being what I am. I'm not great, but I'm not shameful for being what I am. I joined the management committee of this building. Why I joined? Krishna Baba, for that only I joined. Does it mean if this wall falls, I will not care? No, I'll also care for that. I'll also care for that. Because this satsang place, the wall falls, very less. The point is, keep everything in, keep Krishna in everything. For your children, keep Krishna in the center. Go to Vrindavan, buy good t-shirts for your children with Krishna photos. You know, I lost my heart in Vrindavan. There are so many nice t-shirts. Buy them. Keep Krishna in everything. Keep Krishna here like a tilak. Don't be ashamed to be a lover of Krishna. You know how gopis used to dress for Krishna? They were not ashamed to tell that I'm dressing for Krishna. Why are we ashamed to dress for Krishna? Don't be ashamed. Be very, like, sometimes when I go in the lift, people look at me like this. You know what I do at that time? I'm not ashamed. You be shameful. Taking it. I am what I am. Why? Because I'm a kutta of Krishna. I'm a dog of Krishna. This is my dog belt. Can you see a dog belt? This is my dog belt. I'm proud of it. Right? Be proud of what you are. If you're not proud of what you are, then how are you conveying that message to Krishna that I love you? Prabhuji, internally I'm a devotee, Prabhuji. Internally I'm a devotee. External क्यों Prabhuji? अरे अगर internal है तो external भी आना चाहिए. It should come out by itself. What if all of you put tilak and go to the office? What will happen? क्या होगा? बताओ. I put tilak like this and go. Fresh, full. I have one in my. Well, if I see in between, my tilak is gone away. After lunch, I'll go and put again. Why? And why not? Why and why not? I can wear tilak. Arey, I am a Sanatani. Sanatani means what? Eternal follower. Of whom? Krishna. What is the problem? Think about it. And what is the message I'm conveying to him? Does Krishna have a doubt? इसको उठाना है नहीं उठाना है? I'm giving so many indications. See, Krishna, see this. See this. थोड़ा तो यकीन करो यार. I may not be a pure person, but I'm trying my best. थोड़ा concession, थोड़ा recommendation. है कि नहीं? When that municipality people come to take the stray dogs, they don't take one dog. Which dog? The dog with a belt. है कि नहीं? क्योंकि कुत्ता किसी का है. When Yamadutas will come for me for all the sins I did, they'll definitely come for me. What do you think I'll show? ये मेरे पास है कि नहीं? Then they will discuss. Okay, you stay there. We'll discuss and come back. इसके साथ क्या करना है कि नहीं? Show that. It is good to show. It is good to be what you are. It's good to be what you are, and you'll feel very happy about it. You'll feel very happy about it when you actually be what you are. Right now we are like ना इधर का, ना घर का, ना घाट का. है कि नहीं? Text 8 and 9. A person in the divine consciousness, although, this is a very important verse, 8 and 9. A person in a divine consciousness, although engaged in seeing, hearing, touching, smelling, eating, moving about, sleeping, and breathing, always knows within himself that he actually does nothing at all. Because while speaking, evacuating, receiving, or opening or closing his eyes, he always knows that only the material senses are engaged with their objects and that he is aloof from them. Very deep statement Krishna is making here. What is he telling? A lot of people do so many activities, touching, eating, sleeping, mating, all that they are doing. Right? But what is exactly doing that activity? Your body. You are very clear that I am not this body. I am eating. No, my body is eating. Because my body needs food. Simple. My body needs food. I am going in a car. For example, I am going in a car. Right? The car goes and bumps into some divider. Will you go to hospital or will you take the car to the mechanic? Huh? Of course, if you got injured, that's a different thing. Assume that you're not. You just bumped your car into the divider. Will you go to hospital or send the car to the hospital? Mechanic. Car. That means you're not the car, right? Clear on that? If you're driving, in between you see the fuel is going down. Will you go into the restaurant and eat or you take the car to the petrol bunk? Huh? Just imagine, fuel is over and you go and go to Kamath Hotel, take 2 idli. Now we'll start the car. Will it start? Hoga kya? Nahi hoga. Simple logic. You and your car are different. Understood this much? Aham Brahmasmi means what? I am that soul, not this body. This body keeps becoming old. This will go one day, but I will not. I will get another body. Of this there is no doubt. When I am clear on this, then Krishna is telling, even though I am engaging in eating, receiving, mating, doing all these things, only thing that I see is my senses are engaged with sense objects. Are you understanding? My senses are engaged with sense objects. Utna hi hai. My sense wants to eat. Sense object is gulab jamun. My gulab jamun goes into my mouth. Who is eating? My body is eating. Who is satisfied? My senses are satisfied. You understanding? Such a person is a yogi. Such a person is a yogi. Yogi means who? The person who can clearly see the reality. I'm attracted to a beautiful girl. Who is attracted here? My senses are attracted to some other beauty or a beautiful boy, whatever. Right? I'm not attracted. My senses are attracted. So I can easily control, right? Then I can easily control. Acha beta, tu attract ho raha na, chal udhar dekh. Right? But if you think that you are the senses, then what will happen? If you think that you are the body, then what will happen? You can't control, na? Over, finish. You are saying that I am the senses. So intelligent person, Krishna is telling here, is a person who does his work but is not attached to anything. He's just doing it like a duty. And he's doing it as service to God. I'm taking care of my family as service to God. I'm earning money as service to God. I'm spending money in service of God. I'm maintaining my health so I can serve better. For such a person, there is no entanglement in this world. In this world, no karma for that person. There is no karma for that person. No reaction. Why no reaction? Because I did not do that action for my happiness. I did it for your happiness. You understand it? You understood, right? That's what the verse is saying. He always knows that only the material senses are engaged with their objects and that he is aloof of them. This is action in Krishna. Karma yoga in action means what? Karam karo. उसका मतलब क्या है? करो, लेकिन उस पे कोई attachment मत रखो. How will the attachment not come? When you know that who is doing the action? My body is doing the action. Right? I'm not attached like that. Text 10. One who performs his duty without attachment, surrendering the results onto the Supreme Lord, is unaffected by sinful action as the lotus leaf is untouched by the water. What an example is saying. Lotus is in the water, but water cannot touch it. You keep a drop of water on the lotus leaf, what will happen? Will it stay there? Will it dissolve there? It will just run away. As if water doesn't belong to me. But where does it stay? Where is the lotus? Inside the water. Similarly, we all, when we are practicing Krishna Bhakti, when we are practicing Krishna consciousness, when we are following Sanatan Dharma, when we are understanding Bhagavad Gita, we should be like that lotus. You are inside the water, you are inside the material world, but you are not in the material world. It is possible to live like that. It is possible. At least these 2 hours in a week we are living like that. You are in the material world, but you are not in this world. Because you are getting a very clear message that you don't belong here. Prabhuji, my son is not settling down properly. Yeah, do your best. Providing the best education. But his karma is his karma. But Prabhuji, what can you do? I've done everything and I'll still do. But his karma is his karma. You are accepting some divinity above your capability. If you think that I am capable of fixing every problem in this world, then you will suffer. Where Krishna is telling, this world is what? Dukkhalayam ashashvatam. Dukkhalayam, this is the definition of this world, by the way. Definition of the material world is Dukkhalayam ashashvatam. Dukkhalayam is what? A place filled with miseries. Right? So don't aim to solve all problems here. Learn to live with the problems. Get the knowledge to live with the problems. A lot of times, you know what we do? Prabhuji, ye ho gaya, khatam, Prabhuji. Court case khatam, property dispute khatam. Now I am all free. No, you're not free. Next one is waiting for you. Because that is the nature of this world, Baba. Nobody here is happy. I can guarantee flat number 502 is not happy. Mine is 501. I am also not happy. Cannot be happy. Somebody will trouble you. If not anybody, one mosquito will come and trouble you. Adhyatmika, Adibhautika, Adidevika. Somebody will trouble you. My son wants to play video game. He played. He fully planned. Today morning, I'm going to play video game with my friend. He's going to come online. From that side, this side, and both will play video game. And suddenly one Microsoft error comes. Application error. What is that? Dukkhalayam ashashvatam. At his level. Who has implemented everything that you planned completely? And you are happy after that? There is nothing. If you really introspect, it cannot work like that. We are compromising everywhere. Prabhu, jitna mila, utna mila, Prabhuji. Be happy. Appraiser also is like that. Right? Jobs are also like that. Work is also like that. Even projects that we deliver to our customers. At one point, you'll say, see, boss, whatever we implemented, let's plan for phase 2. Right? You can't implement everything you want. That is the nature of this world. So don't try to aim to solve all problems in this world. I'm again repeating this. Don't try to aim. You should solve problems, but don't try to aim that I will solve all the problems. Then I'll come to class. Then I'll come to Bhagavad Gita class. I will solve all the problems. Then I'll come and start something. Na yoga. Learn to live with the problems. That is what Bhagavad Gita teaches. Krishna never told you, come to me, you will not have any problems. I'm sorry, you will have more problems. But you will have the knowledge to deal with the problems. That is more important. Do you want to give a world to your children where there are no problems? Or do you want to teach your son how to deal with the problems? You tell me the answer. Hare Krishna Prabhu. Huh? Which is better, you tell me. Why? What is wrong with the first one? I will give a world where my son, when my son or my daughter will have no problems. What is the problem? You see these trees here, right? Somebody is watering them every day. We have a maintenance person, he comes and waters them every day. There are some trees outside this wall also. Nobody waters them. I can guarantee you, this din tufan aayega. When wild wind will come, all these trees will fall, that tree outside will stand straight. Why? Nothing?
I think it survived time, it survived difficulties, it went through the challenges, it was there. This is pampered.
Pampered. That tree's roots have gone deep inside, finding water. Simple. When you don't put water to a plant, what does it do? It has to survive. It will go deeper, 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 deeper. It will go so deep, and then it will find its own water. Only when it rains, it gets water. Otherwise, it finds its own water. This tree here is pampered. Right? You're putting water every day. Why should I go down? I'm finding here only. They will not, I'm not kidding. This is the nature. You go and dig the tree, you'll know. The roots are so small. When you're putting water daily, the roots never grow. They're okay. As long as they're holding that much only, they'll grow. But if you don't put water, then the tree becomes more stronger foundationally. Maybe it will look weak externally. This tree will have more flowers and fruits than that tree. But to face difficulty, that tree is more capable than this tree. How many agree with this? You want to make your son capable of handling his life? Bring him to Bhagavad Gita class. You want to make your son earn money? Send him to IIT, ISB, Falana Timka, wherever you send. He'll earn money. But how to spend that money to be happy? Bhagavad Gita class. Understood? It's very important. A lot of people don't know this. They think that earning money you'll be happy. You will not be happy. You will feel more miserable. The other day, one gentleman came to my house. He has at least 200 crore properties, 200 crores net worth. And he was talking to me, Prabhuji, I'm sleepless. So many disputes. And every day he goes to the lawyer. Every single day. This court case, that court case, this land issue, that flat issue, this tenant issue, this issue, that issue. It's filled with it. He's like, yeah, Prabhuji, what do you think I should do? What do you think I should do? I told him just have breakfast and go. Because if I tell the answer, he will not like it. He's not a devotee. He just came to meet my father's old friend. 200 crore properties he has. Right? Nothing less than that. So can somebody go and ask why the current is not coming here? Pamsi bro, I told them in the morning, they're still not fixed it. They have to on some switch and just do a little quickly because power will go, recording will go. Right? I'm telling you, pros and cons, this is real thing. Please believe in it. Your class of Bhagavad Gita is making you more stronger to survive. Your class in Bhagavad Gita is making you more stronger to survive what is going to come ahead. All other education will not revive. It is not going to change anything in your life. There's so many successful people in the world outside. See practically how many divorces are happening. Are you able to see? Are you able to see? How many of you, one of your known person is divorced? Lift your hand. One of the person. At least you heard. How many of you have heard of a divorce in the last 6 months? Lift your hand. Can you imagine? Are you seeing what I'm talking here? This is what is happening. Why? Because they don't know how to handle problems. They don't know Bhagavad Gita. They don't know how to handle problems. They want a husband, problemless. They want a wife, problemless. They want a child, problemless. They want a job, problemless. Is it possible? Hota hai kaise? So if you're targeting something that doesn't exist, obviously you will not want to stay there. You cannot stay there. Right? So learn Bhagavad Gita so that you'll understand that the world is filled with problems. Bhaiya, how should I live in this world? You can ask, Prabhuji, but why did God create this problem? Did God create the problem? Your L4, L5 problem, who created? L4, L5 he created, but problem who created? Huh? We only created, right? What will happen to L4, L5? Huh? You're supposed to work like this. How your keyboard should be? Like this. How is my keyboard? Like this. And I want more smaller laptop. Like this. And even smaller than that mobile phone. Like this. What do you think will happen to your C4, L4, L5? I don't know what all digits are there. Right? Who created problems? We are creating problems. Wi-Fi is not working. Whose problem it is? God's problem? What do you say as soon as Wi-Fi? Krishna! Krishna, why are you calling me? I didn't create the device. You created that nonsense. It is not getting connected. Isn't it? We created so many technologies. Power is not coming. Whose problem is it? Krishna's problem. No, it's my problem. I'm dependent on it. Right? So don't blame God for the way world is. World is like this because we wanted the world to be like that. And we have been given a world like that. And the world is not going to change. But we should know how to deal with it. We should become like the tree outside the gate.
No problem.
This one is not coming. Something came and went here. I think there's one more switch. Eleventh. The yogis abandoning attachment act with body, mind, intelligence, and even with the senses, only for the purpose of purification. So how beautifully Krishna is telling. Who is a yogi? He, abandoning attachment, acts with body, mind, intelligence, and even with the senses, only for the purpose of purification. I am living in this world only to become purified. Period. If something bad happens to you, who is to be blamed? Me only. Directly or indirectly, it's me only. If something good happens to me, who is to be blamed? Me only. Prabhu, then bad happens, good happens. What is my conclusion of bad and good? In that bad and good, are you remembering Krishna? Is the only question. The good and bad of this world is to remind you of Krishna. Understand it? Krishna's plan is what? Whatever good happens, you should remember him. Whatever bad happens, you remember. Why you should remember him? Because if you remember him, he'll take you back from here. Simple. If you don't remember him, why will he take? Maro, goli doti mein. He doesn't. He wants you to remember him. So all the good and bad that's happening in your life, it might be painful at that stage, but remember, did I remember God during this time? Yes, success. Did I depend on God during this time? Success. Did I become miserable and I stopped going to satsang? Failure. Did I become miserable and I don't want to know about God? Failure. That is the difference between an atheist and a theist. Atheist wants reasons to reject God. Theist wants reasons to accept God in all situations. I got cancer. For example, I got cancer. Is it a good thing? Definitely not a good thing. I did not go to the altar today morning. Hare Krishna, Krishna, cancer. I didn't ask. Definitely I didn't ask that. So how is it a good thing if you get cancer? In this situation, what best I can do? That should be the consciousness. In this situation, okay, now I got cancer. Now what I should do? First thing, thank you very much. Without notice period, I'm done. Because now I have less time left. Right? Now, what are all the things that I wanted to do for Krishna? Immediately I have to start doing. I want to finish Chaitanya Charitamrita. I want to finish this book. I have a whole library in my house. I bought them all. Right? I want to finish that. I want to become a better person, better consciousness before I leave. Right? I wanted to visit some places, some holy places, take his dust again. I wanted to meet my guru before I leave this place. Right? Preparing. What best I can do in the given situation is life. Don't try to make a world which doesn't have problems. Oh, nahi hai, mat karo. I have stopped doing that. I can tell you that. After hearing from my guru, from my God brothers, I have understood this world is never out of problems. Classic example, practical example, which we and our whole satsang here in Gachibowli saw is the departure of Barsana Mataji. How many were there that day? Anybody here who was there? You were there that day? Yeah. She is a doctor. Her husband is a doctor. Her families are filled with doctors. The cost of their house is 25 crores in Gachibowli. That is the cost of their house. They have all the amenities in life. Right? They have everything in life. They are devotees also. Their son is a doctor in US. He owns a hospital. Not just a doctor. Hospital, which means they are well off. Saransh is they are well off. Right? And they are devotees also. They are chanting 16 rounds. They are initiated also. Right? And absolutely fixed. Suddenly that Mataji got stomach pain. She must be 60-year-old, maybe. She got stomach pain. What is this? She is a doctor herself. Yeah. She passed away. That time only. I mean, she got to know, and stomach pain. She started vomiting. She told her husband, "No, I will not have satsang prasad today." And no, what is wrong? No, I am vomiting. Next day morning, she is vomiting again. She wanted to eat something, but she is vomiting. Then her husband told, "No, we should go for a checkup." Sometimes doctors don't go for checkup. I don't know if you know that. They take things for granted. Doctors have more problems than non-doctors. But her husband insisted. She went for a checkup. They did a scan. All her intestines are gone. Gone as in gone. Cancer. It was there for a long time. Nobody could predict. Intestines are gone. Meaning what? I drink from here, it will come out somewhere in the body. So food is not going to come out in the form of stool or urine. It is just going to go into the body. She asked, how much time I have? Sorry, her husband asked, how much time I have? How much time my wife has? Maybe a week. That's all. Maybe a week. Right? Her son in US, he got to know. And his father told, your mother only has a week. So he told, okay, I will tell that to mommy, but I'll tell in a staggered way. First, I'll tell you're not well. Second, after some time, I'll tell that then I'll tell that I'm coming. We'll handle it because she has to take it emotionally rightly. In a very comfortable situation. Huh? I mean, they are in very comfortable situation. Financially, every way. Right? He called his mother. I have the recording of that call. He called his mother and he could not stop himself. First dialogue itself, he told, Mama, you're going to die. And the reaction of that lady? Why are you so painfully telling that's okay, right? We are all going to die one day. I have the recording. No ordinary person can say that except a devotee. She's such a great devotee. Being a mother, being a wife, nobody can guess looking at her. She's not scared of death. Prabhu's, she's not scared of death. Right? And she's telling, endukanta బాధపడుతున్నారు చెప్పడానికి? Right? So some other devotees came, they were recording while this was happening. And then she told, that's okay. When are you coming? He said, Amma, I'll take time. Oh, you take your time. She's not telling, please come, I'm going to die. She's not even attached to her son. You finish your responsibility and come better. That's all. Next 5 days, she didn't even ask when my son is coming. Is he coming tomorrow? Is he coming day after? And she immediately told, I want to be with devotees. I only have some time left. I want to be with devotees. They shifted her to hospice because husband cannot take care of her in the house. The fluids keep coming out of her. It has to be monitored. They kept in hospice. This hospice here, Nanakramga. And the request was, I want to be with devotees. I want to hear Kirtan every day. We all lined up. Satsang means what? We are there for each other. Every single hour, except 5-6 hours in the night, devotees are going and doing Kirtan for her. One by one, he created a whole schedule, one Excel sheet, right? People are updating. I'll go at this time. I'll go at this time. I'll go at this time. Hospital people are wondering, who is inside this hospital? Who is this lady? You know, some people they were asking, a political leader, huh? Or some very guru, some very big guru. Who are these people? You know what was the answer? She's a simple devotee of Krishna. And Krishna is reciprocating. Right? Kirtan. One devotee from Bombay flied because Mataji likes his Kirtan. Shivram Prabhu. She just told, whose Kirtan you like? Shivram Prabhu Kirtan I like. He flew from there to here to sing one Kirtan for her. Reciprocation of Krishna. She never met him in life. She had donated one cow to me. I was taking care of that cow. I am still taking care of that cow. I went and kept that picture. I said, Mataji, your Subhadra has come to meet you. That cow's name is Subhadra. And she was like, oh, my Subhadra, how is she? And she knew I cannot see her. I told, I'll try to speak to the hospital people if they can allow the cow to come in. She's like, Prabhu, try that. Huh? Not a single tinge of fear. Not a single tinge of fear. Not a single tinge of complaint. I cannot enact what I was seeing. You can't imagine what I'm saying. You have to be there to see. Right? And then finally her son came. And he said, now let us shift her home. Because we are only delaying her death. By giving those fluids or her, we are only delaying. Because she's anyway going to die. And she told, yes, take me home. And I went to her house. As soon as she came house, her husband called me. Said, Prabhu, you can come and meet her now. She's in the house. There is no restricted time, no? 1 o'clock in the afternoon, she came to the house. 1:05, I was in her house. Because we had a satsang somewhere else. That day, I think in my home jewel, we had some satsang. We all were going there someday. And we had a satsang in my house that day. I think my house was somewhere. Evening satsang. Sunday evening satsang, around 100 of us come. All practicing proper devotees, they all come. Right? So I went to see her. So Mataji, now you're at home, Barsana Mataji, you're all fine. And should I sing any kirtan for you? Yeah, sing. She loves 2 kirtans. Vrindavana Ramyasthana and Radha Krishna Pranamura, Jugal Kishore. I sang. Right there I sang. I told her, Mataji, you have to go for another satsang. Then she was, just imagine, 5:30 she left. I'm talking to her at 1:30 in the afternoon, 4 hours before death. And she's barely reacting, barely able to respond. There's so much pain. Body is all gone. There is nothing below the waist. It's all gone. Right? And she's telling that, I like the kirtan. Then suddenly I got a thought. Krishna only gave that thought. I asked Mataji, can we have satsang in your house today? In that situation, she had a smile. She said, yes. Do the satsang in my house. Immediately I sent a message in the group. Like we have a group. When you changed, Barsana Mataji house, this villa number this, come. Normally, devotees come a little late. That's okay. 5 o'clock was the satsang. People come by 5:30, 5:45 like that. People came at 4:30 that day. I came at 5:15. I told 5 o'clock, I came at 5:15. By the time I came from that satsang to here, we started bhajan. I was supposed to read one chapter for her. Prayers of Queen Kunti. That was a chapter she liked in Bhagavatam. So, no, not Prayers of Queen Kunti. Bhishma Dev. Prayers of Bhishma Dev. That chapter she wanted to be read. So I kept the Bhagavatam book there. And then I asked her, Mataji, should I sing Kirtan or should I read? Which one first? She was not responding by then. She was barely her eyes open. She was just calm. Then I felt, okay, let me sing some kirtan and then I will read the Bhagavatam. I started singing. The hall was filled with 150 devotees, tears in eyes. We were just singing. Her three sisters, her mother was holding her hand. Her husband was standing, her son was standing. I was singing, and during the kirtan, she started choking. Do that. Those are indications that things are only going to go worse. Kirtan became even more stronger. Became Bhagavatam said, we started singing. In between 150 devotees chanting Hare Krishna, she left in front of us. And there was not a single tinge of fear. No fear, no complaint. She was holding her son's hand and the son was dancing. Can you imagine somebody leaving a body like that? You remember that, Prabhu? Every single person who came that day in the satsang, they were shocked. Her relatives were shocked. Her mother was shocked. Old lady. Seeing your daughter dying is not easy. She was shocked. Nobody cried. As if somebody celebrating somebody is, nobody cried. It was confusing at one point. Why nobody is crying? Of course we cried, but that's a different kind of cry. Son is dancing, husband is holding the hand, and she left. In front of us, she left. How many years have seen people dying? It is filled with fear, Prabhu. You can see their eyes. It's filled with fear, confusion. No confusion. You know what? Why? Because she is very clear. As soon as I leave this body, Krishna is coming and taking me. Confidence, faith. We should have it. If you don't have that faith, why will Krishna come? I don't know Krishna whether he exists or not. Anyway, Prabhu used to tell, you come if you want. Will he come? Krishna, I want to see you. I want to come back to you. Now I'm going to die. Please come. He'll come. He will come. He will come. This is no doubt. But we need to have that faith. Right? This is called action in Krishna consciousness. Whatever I'm discussing in this chapter, final examination is death. At the time of death, what is my consciousness? And everybody is going to die here. What is my consciousness? And Krishna very clearly explains the sixth chapter. Whatever you think at the time of death, you will get it. The time of death is the most sincere moment in your life. You might be the worst person, worst things you have done. At the time of death, if you pray to Krishna and regret sincerely for whatever you have done, accept him, take shelter, you will go to him. He's not going to put a qualification application there saying, oh, you have not done this, you will not come. No, it's completely his decision. Right? So that is putting Krishna in center. And was she somebody who knew all the shlokas of Bhagavad Gita? No. She was a housewife. She was a retired doctor. She is not, she used to take care of children. By the all devotee children, she used to take care. Whenever she'll go to satsang, anybody's child is sitting. Mataji, can I see him? She'll see child, she'll write medicine, she'll give. Everywhere she used to find service. She took an oath. Now she took an oath like every year that I will distribute 500 Bhagavad Gitas. That year also she took. No? And when her guru called, Zolnas Radhanath Swami Maharaj, he called from US saying, Barsana Mataji, you are going to leave, Krishna will come and Krishna will certainly come, keep the faith, keep chanting until you are here. Those are the messages. And you know what she said? Gurudev, please forgive me. I could not finish my resolution of 500 Bhagavad Gitas. I have only done 200. On her deathbed, she's telling that. And her husband is telling, Gurudev, I'll try to finish the remaining. Sincerity in devotional life, dedication in devotional life will make all the difference, Prabhus. Right? And without any without any fear. Without any fear, she left. And everybody standing there. I have that video in YouTube, by the way. I uploaded it, then I unlisted it. Because, I don't know, literally she leaving her body in front of everyone, in front of Kirtan. Right? How many people watched? Whole devotee community in Hyderabad is watching. They just spread the link, tak, 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 see. And so then we had a farewell where so many, around 200, 300 families they came. And everybody were saying, Barsana Mataji was a great devotee. And nobody knew that she was a great devotee. Till the time she was there, she was like any other person coming and sitting. So many times she attended my classes. I was sitting and I'm feeling so pathetic that she was so advanced. I'm a fool, an idiot in front of her to give a class. I'll share it. I have it. So it's not a question of how knowledgeable you are in Bhagavad Gita. It's not a question of how many shlokas you know. It's about application in life. Application in life is more important than knowledge. And that's exactly what Krishna is telling. That the person who applies is a perfect yogi. He is not touched by anything of this world. He is not touched by anything of this world. What is the greatest loss you can have in life? Death. Is there anything more than that? Think about it. Your property, your position, your job, reputation, fame, name. All this you can gain back. All this you can gain back. Isn't it? You can open a shop called Robotic Technologies and say, CEO, you can print a card also. You yourself made yourself CEO, there is a card also. 5 minutes you can become a CEO. How many can become here? Can anybody stop here? And stamp also, Robotics Technologies. Right? And you can write outside, we don't have a branch in Chennai. You only have one shop in this lane and you're writing outside, I don't have a branch in Chennai. Is that true or no? You can make a fool of the whole world. You can get back your glory at one fingertip. But the greatest loss is death. Everything is gone. Your children, your relationships, position, power, body itself is gone. Right? Your mutual fund, your fixed deposits, everything is gone. You can't go to the bank and tell, you can't see me, I'm here, I'm back, give my fixed deposit. No, you're gone, I'm sorry. After 50 years, this is what, 2023. After 50 years, none of you will be here. Your bank account will be there. That I can tell you, guarantee. यहाँ पे ये ना तरह बैंक अकाउंट होता है, आप नहीं रहोगे यहाँ पे. बैंक में पैसा नहीं रहेगा वो अलग बात है कि नहीं? So be practical in life and apply Krishna consciousness like that in life, so that you're not regretful. And you leave the body. What is that song? हंसता हुआ जो आता है, रोता हुआ जो जाता है, वो मुकद्दर का सिंह, वो गाना है. But when you practice Krishna consciousness, that is actually practical. That you leave the world without any fear, because you know. I always give this example in love marriage and arranged marriage. Right? Love marriage and arranged marriage. The girl, when she is more tensed, in arranged marriage or love marriage? Arranged marriage, because she doesn't know who is the party other side. Okay? She's fully tensed. Who is the party other side? But in love marriage, she knows. My husband is, first of all, my husband is mine. Mera hai wo. And second, I also know his mother. He already gave a lot of introduction about his mother. And maybe she also met her. Over. So you, at the time of death, you want to be in arranged marriage by Yamadutas or love marriage with Krishna? You decide. It's in our hands. We can decide. Right? Arranged marriage means already according to section 202 bar C.C, you will be put in refined oil. That is arranged marriage. Right? Love marriage means what? Krishna will come, hold your hand, dancingly you both will go and never come back. Never come back. Janma karma chame divyam evam yoti tattvataha tyatyadeham punarjanma naiti mameti swarchana. The one who understands me doesn't take birth again. Right? He's telling everything in Bhagavad Gita. So we have to put action in Krishna consciousness in such a way. What is the time? Huh? 10:10. Surprisingly, every time I ask, it's 10:10. Last week also, I was seeing the recording where I should start. I'm again back there only. I've not really gone forward. But at least let us reach till where we are. Text number 12. The steadily devoted soul attains unadulterated peace because he offers the result of all activities to me. Whereas a person who is not in union with the divine, who is greedy for the fruits of his labor, becomes entangled. Very simple. You're trying to be transactional in this world, you'll keep doing transactions in this world only. Right? Prabhu, I'm giving donation, I'm a most good person. So you'll go to heaven. After your bank balance of piety is over, where will you come back? Goli Doti. Gachiboli will come back. I'm not joking, that's what is happening. I've done back to some people, where will you go? Where will you go? You've done a lot of bad to somebody. You'll go to Patala, Atala, Vitala, Sutala, Patala, the whole companies are there, soccer companies. You go there. You'll suffer. Then you'll come back where? Goli Doti. Right? Gachiboli. You'll come back here again. Right? Intelligent person will think, why am I going down? Why am I going up? Let me get out. So here, Krishna is telling, if you are trying to enjoy things, you have to pay a reaction for that also. You are trying to enjoy without me, you have to pay a reaction for that also. But if you enjoy with me, keeping me in the center, no entanglement. You will come back to me. It's called action in Krishna consciousness. Yeah. 14. No, 13. Yeah. When the embodied living being controls his nature and mentally renounces all actions, he resides happily in the city of 9 gates, the material body, neither working nor causing work to be done. You will be happy in this body. Because now you know that this is not your body. You're not attached to anything in this world. Prabhu, the situations I'm telling Prabhu and Mataji is not something that you can attain overnight. By hearing my 2-hour lecture, you will not become like that. But your life will teach, provided you are learning Bhagavad Gita constantly. Most of the great people in this world, when they are in difficulty, they opened this book and they got their answer. They got their answer. All your answers are here only. Don't think there is a problem for which answer is not there here. You will find it one day when Krishna will reveal it to you. Provided you are in touch with this. You are constantly reading it. Right? Text 14. Yeah. न कृत्वा त्वं न कर्माणि लोकस्य सृजति प्रभु न कर्मफल संयोगं स्वभावास्तु प्रवर्तते. Please repeat after me. The embodied spirit, master of the city of this body, master of the city of his body, does not create activities, nor does he induce people to act, nor does he create the fruits of action. All this is enacted by the modes of the material nature. So it's very clear that nothing is happening as per my action. Everything is happening as per the modes of material nature. Sattva-guna, Rajoguna, Tamoguna. Have you seen puppet dolls anytime? You know, holding like this. You lift this, your hand will lift. You lift this down, leg will go down. Seen puppet dolls? These days rarely you see. In earlier days, exhibitions they used to do puppet dolls things. Right? We are also puppet dolls only. Show me the rope. Can anybody show the rope? Can you see anything is tied? लगा है नहीं लगा है तुमको दिखने रहा है. You're all tied by what? 3 modes of material nature. Durga, Mother Durga is tied you with 3 ropes. Sattvagun, Rajogun, Tamogun. With these 3 ropes, she is making you dance. And she keeps giving you choices according to that. Sattvagun, you are choosing which gun to be in. Sattvagun, Rajogun, Tamogun. And she will give a choice. If you are in Tamogun, you will see a horrible video in YouTube and you will feel nice about it. If you are in Rajogun, you will see one other action movie, you will feel nice about it. If you are in Sattvagun, You will hear some very mild meditative music or something which is soothing, and you'll be happy about it. If you're in Shuddha Sattva, which is above these three, you will hear bhajan of Krishna and feel satisfied. Right? She can play with you like anything. See, somebody in Tamogun, for example, somebody in Tamogun is there. Can you play with him? Very easy. Keep a chicken manchuria, he'll come and eat. लेकिन कुत्ते को हड्डी दिखाओ आ जाएगा. As simple as that. You know how to treat people according to the mode in which they are. Do you know or no? मालूम है ना? कोई साधु घर पे आ रहा है. How can you impress him? A nice sadhu is coming. How can you impress him? Huh? Prashant? That's the point. He is a sadhu because he is already above Prashant. You understand? He is already above Prashant. He is not coming to come and eat in your house. He left his house. He is not caring about sadhu. So when a sadhu comes, don't go and say, of course, you should ask, Maharaj, I want to give some nice Prashant. It's okay. But what will he be happy with? Kirtan, bhajan, and you ask him questions, relevant questions, then he'll be happy. Right? You should not misuse the time of a sadhu. If Nirmala Sitaraman comes to your house, what will you ask? How to file income tax return? Huh? What will she tell? Is that what you can ask me when I'm coming to your house? What you should ask? How can you make my PAN number exempt for life? Can she do that? She can do that. Ask a worthy question to a worthy person. Right? You should know what you should ask. That's also very important. So here, you are clear that everything is being done by the modes of material nature. Durga is playing with you. Durga is playing with you. She knows. And why she is playing with you? Because you want to be played. You want to be played. And remember one thing, Prabhupada Mati, is a very scary thing. Whatever you pray in temple will come true. And I'm warning you. Whatever you pray will come true, because this world is created to fulfill your desires. But I'm not telling the desire will be fulfilled, you'll not get difficulties. That's a reaction of your desire. How many want the most beautiful wife? Most of you are not married here. How many here want the most beautiful wife? Lift your hand. You'll also have so many enemies in the colony. I'm telling you now only. And you'll be so much tensed every time she goes out of the house. Does it mean you should not want the most beautiful wife? I'm not telling that, but get a reaction also. How many here want the most handsome husband? Some of you are unmarried. Most handsome husband, dark, tall, there is a whole, dangerous, very dangerous, right? So whatever you ask, there is a reaction also. Understand that. Whatever you ask, there is a reaction also. Karma means a reaction also. Right? That's exactly what Lord Krishna is telling here. That all this is being done by the modes of material nature. Remember that. All this is being done by the modes of material nature. You want somebody like that, immediately it will be fulfilled. You'll get that person in life. If not in this life, next life. You see in Amitabh Bachchan movies, Arey, kya voice hai? Next life you'll speak like Amitabh Bachchan. You will get Amitabh Bachchan voice fulfilled. Isn't it? While coming here, you saw Audi car. Khatam. You will have to take one more life to get an Audi car. Or in this life, you'll get an Audi car. Mother Durga's job is to fulfill all your desires so that you can stay in the jail. Durga. Difficult to escape. That is the meaning of Sanskrit word. Durga. Difficult to escape. She is the jailer of this whole material world. And who gave her that responsibility? Maya Yakshena Prakriti Suyate Sacharacharam Hetunanena Kaunteya Jagadvya Parivartate. Krishna is telling, according to my order, Prakriti is functioning, Durga is functioning. Simple. But if you go and tell Durga, I want to become Krishna conscious, Durga will immediately open all the doors. She'll open all the doors and say, go. You don't need to be in the jail. Whoever doesn't want Krishna, be here. Right? If you stop coming to satsang, we'll end with this. If you stop coming to satsang, what will happen? Anybody tell? Durga will give any like happiness. I'm telling you what will happen. I'll tell the reactions of you not coming to satsang. You will buy a villa very soon in Tellapur. Your wife will start listening to you. Your husband, your children will become very obedient. You will get 300% increment in your salary. These are all good things, na? Good or bad है क्या इसमें? क्या आप प्रभु जी ऐसे बात कर रहे हो? These are the things I'm dreaming every day, isn't it? Your husband will become very obedient. Huh? What else? Your neighbors will worship you. Huh? What else you want? What are the desires? Mother Durga already has a big list of desires. She'll give everything to you because you want to be here, right? Don't disturb Krishna. Sav, it is out. Don't disturb Krishna. तेरे को यहीं मरना है, गोली तोड़ी में मरना है, मर. एक और फ्लैट चाहिए, ले. Land. You are looking from the balcony. You are seeing. अरे land उनटे bound है ना. Take the land. It will come in your hands. Land will come. But one thing she will not give. Krishna. Krishna she will not give. If you don't get Krishna, what will happen? Janma, Mrityu, Jara, Vyadhi. Janma, Mrityu, Jara, Vyadhi. Birth, old age, disease, death. Birth, old age, disease, death. Birth, IIT, ISB, disease, cancer, diabetes, कुत्ते की मौत, birth. है कि नहीं? हाँ? You will die with a visiting card. LLB, ISB, ESB, OSB, PSB, right? And then you will take birth in a gutter like a pig. ASB, OSB, PSB, where is all that? Gone. Last life you did nonsense. Your ISB last life, this life you are in gutter. Again, take birth. I'm not telling you will get a human birth. Who told that? You may or may not get a human birth. You can be like a mosquito. This life you took that bat. Killed all the mosquitoes. You enjoyed killing them. You enjoyed killing them. Next life, that mosquito will sit with the bat. Na kulkana. Reaction. You will get the reaction. Kahin hai kya? All the chickens and goats are waiting for you. Aaja beta tere ko. मेरे को खाया ना टांगड़ी कबाब तेरा टांग किधर लेगा every reaction is waiting don't worry I don't believe now who asked you to believe no need to believe it's already there पूरा है everything we'll have to face reaction will not go Prabhuji white egg is very good than yellow egg is very nice protein yeah you're aborting a child before it is born. That is nature's law. You told that? What is nature's law? She is a child inside the egg. Child is inside the egg. Before it is born, you are aborting it. So in this life, you get married, you are continuously having abortions. Why is I cannot have a child? I cannot have. इसलिए life में इतना अंडा क्यों खाया? You will have to face exactly what the hen has faced. Poor hen was giving egg, so I can have a child. You are going and having omelette with it. So karo. No, Prabhu, that was egg. This is your egg. That was her egg. Reaction will come. I'm sorry. ये पूरा reaction आने वाला. I cut off all the plants thinking it's vegetarian. That also reaction will come. That's why what is Krishna telling? Patram, Pushpam, Phalam, Yome Bhakta Pranashyati. Saying, offer it to me. If you think anything in this world belongs to me, you'll get a reaction also. If you accept that nothing belongs to me and I have to offer it to him, then I'll not get the reaction. Prasadam that you're going to have right now will not have any reaction. It will only have action in Krishna consciousness. That is why even a bandiwala in our culture, when he starts his bandi, first idli he will keep it to one photograph. If you have seen or not, I don't know. They are better than people staying in these flats who don't care to offer anything to God. And you get a reaction for it. I'm sorry, you'll get a reaction to it. Right? Have that culture that this is for you. And then you have no problem. Then it will not have a reaction. But offer what? Not what you like. Offer what he likes. right? That is more important. And you will not have a reaction in this world. So learn to live in this world using the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita. I'm not telling all of you have to plan to go back to Krishna. That's your choice. But even to live here, live in a way that it will have minimal reactions or no reactions. Then when your consciousness elevates from mode of ignorance to passion to goodness, then you can think about going to Krishna. And how will you elevate the consciousness? By chanting every day, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare. So today evening we have a class in the Bhakti Center Gachibowli. How many have come to Bhakti Center Gachibowli? Yes, please come. It's very close from here. Golidoti. No, not Golidoti. What is it? Majid Banda. Yes. So there is this class there. I've sent the invite in the group at 5 o'clock. His Grace Radhesham Prabhu is coming and is going to give a wonderful class. Right? Actually, we have another class also from 2 o'clock to 4, which is only taking for some preachers. So we are going there. Then after that, 4 to 5 is a break. 5 to 6 is taking a US class. Then we also have Abhishekam, DT welcoming. There is one Prabhuji called Mahesh Prabhu and his wife, good wife, Shanti Mati. They are welcoming God's deities in their home. So we are doing Abhishekam of that. You can also witness it, how DT welcoming happens. And you get to see, the Panchamrit, and you can also have a nice, my favorite drink is Panchamrit. Right? So you can also have that and then attend the class till 8 o'clock, have nice sumptuous dinner with everyone, and then you can go back to your homes. So if you're not given your account, still you are welcome. Please everybody come. It's a good opportunity. And next week, I'm sorry, there is no class. This is one last gap. Because next week, some of us are going to Ujjain. How many here are going to Ujjain? Lift your hand. Some of you from here. Yes, Hare Krishna. So we are all going to Ujjain next week. Starting on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Monday evening, Monday night we are coming back. Right? So we will pray for everyone to Lord Shiva, Ujjain, Mahakaleshwar, that he will give us knowledge and bhakti towards Krishna. And bhakti towards Lord Shiva also. If you are not a devotee of Lord Shiva, you cannot become a devotee of Lord Krishna. Because Lord Shiva is Vaishnavanam Yathashambhu. Right? He is a Kshetrapalak. Hare Krishna. Sorry if I spoke anything wrong. We'll definitely go forward from here. Don't miss the next class. Then I'm not going to recap. We'll directly go from verse number 15 and finish the action at Krishna consciousness. And 6th chapter is one of the best chapters. Always. Hare Krishna. Namaste Narasimhaya. Namaste Narasimhaya. Prahlada Adharayane. Hiranyakashi Korvaksha Chilakankalakale Ito Narasimho Parato Narasimho Yato yato yami tato narasimho Maher narasimho hridaye narasimho Narasimhamadin sharanam prapade Abhakara kamala bharenaka Adbhuta shringa Karita hiranyakashipu Tamubhanga Keshavadutta narahari rupa Jai Jagadisha Hare Jai Jagadisha Hare Jaya Jagadisha Hare Abhakara Kamala Bharenaka Adbhuta Shringa भक्त विघ्नाश नरसिंहदेव भगवान की भक्त शिरोमणि प्रहलाद महाराज की ऐसी भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी श्रील प्रभुपाद की श्रील भगवद गीता ग्रंथ की ऑल assembled devotees की my own Krishe satsang ki thy God Premanande. So I attended a marriage last week of Harshal Prabhu and Sakshi Mataji. How many of you know them? They used to sit here, right? So they were college friends and they used to come to satsang, and they have both felt they both have the right interest, and they both got married. And it was a nice Agarwal marriage with 46 items in the menu. I put on another 2 kgs, right? So it was in Agra. Maybe I might be one of those rare people who went to Agra and did not see. Yeah, because I didn't feel like seeing. There was nothing worthy about it. More worthy is devotees, right? Devotees marriage. One other example, everything that was made in the marriage, reception, marriage, everywhere, all the items were offered to Krishna with a tulsi leaf. And everybody had prasad. All 500, 600 people who came, everybody had prasad. And marriage happened in Vrindavan. It was almost like a holy, trip for me. Me and my wife, we went and it was wonderful, So this is how action and Krishna consciousness, right? You're doing it, do it the right way. For pleasing him, automatically everybody will be pleased. And during the marriage, there was a discourse in between the marriage. Can you believe it? Marriage is happening, and when sannyasi came, he talked what is marriage as per Shastra. And everybody was shocked. And nobody knew. And the devotee was doing the marriage, the Brahman was also a devotee, was explaining every single verse of what is the meaning when you're getting married. It was educational, very satisfying, and very blissful marriage. Never have seen a marriage like that. And happening in the Dham. And Kirtan was going on throughout. Right? 2 nice Matajis came, 2 small girls, they were doing Kirtan, Mridanga, Kartal, marriage is happening. And then it was a nice reception. And they're coming back and see. Again, using your house in Krishna conscious service. While they were not here, while Harshal Prabhu was not here, house was empty for almost 2 weeks. During that time, we had some devotees who came from Russia. And they had, they are Russians living in Mayapur. They had some gross stomach problems. They came here to AAG hospital. They got operated. They needed a place to stay. Where did they stay? Harshal Prabhu's house, right? And yesterday only they left back. They flew back to Kolkata. So see how a devotee can use everything in Krishna's service, right? Just giving it. Okay, I'm not there. You can use the house. He didn't. How many of you will give the house to stranger giving your keys? You just did it. I asked, Prabhu, as a devotees are there, they don't have much money. Can you have, Prabhu, my house? Just ask them to stay. No problem. And they stayed. So everything in Krishna's service, like what we see today, we discussed about Barsana Mataji, another example, and this example of small little helpful sacrifices. AAG hospital director, I don't want to name him because it's being recorded. He gave 2 lakh rupee discount just to see, by seeing the devotees. If you and me will go and ask 5,000 also, they'll not give. But just by seeing the devotion of this Russian couple, while Prabhuji is on the bed, Mataji is, every nurse comes, she's giving Bhagavad Gita, she's giving some prasadam. Being a Russian, she's giving all those things. And they were wondering, on the floor they were doing kirtan. In AAG hospital, they were doing kirtan. And they were shocked, what kind of devotion is this? And finally, when the final bill came, he said, I'll do my best. I literally removed a lot of the money. Right? So is Krishna there? Is there? Is he helping his devotees? Yes, he is. Hare Krishna. So now let us have prasad. Hare Mahaprasade Govinde, Nama Brahmane Vaishnave, Swalpa Punya Vratan Rajan, Viswaso Naiva Jayate, Shariraha Vidyajal, Jedendriya Trahe Kal, Jive Fele Vishe Sagare, Tara Madhya Juvayati, Lobomaya Sudurmati, Take Jeta Katina Samsare, Krishna Badadayamai, Kori Vare Jiv Hajai, Saw Prasad Anadilo Bhai, Shreyan Namrata Pavo, Shri Radha Krishna Gunugao, Premeda Ko Chetana Nitai, Jai Nimai, Jai Nitai, Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadhara, Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Shri Nitai Gauranga Jagannath Baldev Subhadra Maya Shri Radha Gopi Vallabha Srila Prabhupada Prashadam Ki Jai. Hari Bol. There's a loud jai from behind, so we need to start. Please have Prashadam. And thank you for devotees who are sponsoring for this Prashadam. We always make a little more, so all the security guards and staff here also gets to have Prashadam. Hare Krishna.